All right, let's try. Okay, this is where you have to get creative if you don't have a block. If you have a block, your block is out in front of you. This will be for your head, because as we work for Bakasana, we're going to tap the head down onto the block and try one foot up, other foot up, or both feet up. Your stack of blankets will work here as well. Okay, so I just want some height. Again, even if you are comfortable with Bakasana, it's just kind of fun to do these. So spreading through your hands on the floor. I have my feet together just like I did a moment ago, heels up. I'm going to land my knees towards my upper arms, lean forward like chaturanga, and then place the head down. And if I place the block far enough away from me, then my feet will come up. If the block is too close to you, your elbow is behind your wrist. That won't work out, okay? Because your weight won't be forward enough. So the block is maybe just slightly far away where you're like, I'm not going to make it. Okay, and then you just fall onto the block. And then you're forward enough that your elbow is more stacked over your wrist. You might just be taking one foot off, trying the other, or both. Again, it is about how far away the block is from your hands that makes the trick work. Okay? If it's too close to you, you can't get your feet off the floor. One more moment. Yeah. That's version A. So there's a little fear, right, of going to the block, but that's part of Bakasana, the fear of going there, so you got to go to it. Okay, the second variation, and again, you can use rolled up blankets if you don't have blocks, but these are now for your feet. So now my hips are higher and my feet are higher. So I take that part out of the picture. I get my knees into my upper arms and lean and look forward. Well, now I don't have to take my feet off the ground because they're already higher. I could just stay right here. Or I could try a foot off, or both feet off. But you can even just keep them barely touching your props and lean forward. But so that you can see what has to happen to get into Bakasana. Well, my knees have to be above my elbow, and I have to lean forward, and I have to push up. Okay, and now your arms are probably exhausted. Yeah. Okay, so those are two variations that can help you to work towards Bakasana, getting forward enough and then getting height underneath your feet. Okay, now for one more variation is working towards tripod headstand. And we won't do the headstand quite yet because we have something to do in the headstand. So I'm going to put this as a little pad for the head, okay? And if you know this with me, you can go into it. But if I go from trying to get into Bakasana, and I tuck my head and put it on the blanket, then I'm in this little tripod headstand version. And then I put my feet down and lift my head up. Feet come back down, head goes up. And then you're just going to teeter-totter from one, head down, feet up, to the other, feet down, head up. And as you do that a few times, you want to feel what is happening in your hand as the weight shifts forward and back. How far forward you have to go to get your head down. What has to happen to take your head off. If you're comfortable with this, you can try Bakasana in the middle, where you find the balance of the pose. Then tuck and put your head down. Hard part, can you find Bakasana on the way back? You lean back just enough to get weight towards the heel of the hand, and then everything else goes straight up. Your weight goes straight up. Then your feet can come down and you sit back down. Okay, so give it just maybe 2 more times, teeter-tottering one to the other, feet to head, or find the Bakasana in the middle. Even if this is really difficult, you're just trying to follow. What are the things that are happening? What would my body need to do to find these balance points? Okay, and then we'll come to rest.